mais um episódio do Conselho e Conselheiros. Sejam bem-vindos. O podcast de hoje nós teremos algo um pouco diferente. Diria que é a primeira vez que teremos uma edição em inglês. É isso, Glauco?
É isso aí, a gente já tentou o espanhol.
O espanhol, né? Não passamos tanta vergonha.
Não passamos tanta vergonha, que o nosso portunhol foi bem. Agora vamos ter que falar em English. Hoje temos um convidado muito especial e acho que é importante trazer a visão de fora para a gente poder compartilhar com as pessoas e ver um pouco do que acontece fora do nosso Brasilzão aqui, né?
Sem dúvida. E antes da gente passar pro inglês, quando a gente fala de tecnologia, board de negócio, é uma linguagem, é uma comunicação que ela tem que ser efetiva para a gente conseguir garantir a efetividade dos projetos e o valor real ao negócio, né? Você já esteve ali do outro lado da mesa também fazendo essa transição. Você via essa dificuldade?
Bastante. Assim, acho que tanto o profissional de segurança quanto o profissional de tecnologia, né, o CTO, eles tiveram que aprender a falar negócio. O CTO, o CIO, acho que aprendeu um pouco antes do profissional de segurança, mas é uma necessidade latente de ter que falar com o time de negócio e explicar a nossa sopa de letrinhas, explicar aquela loucura que a gente faz, um monte de tecnologia, um monte de coisa que muda o tempo todo, para pessoas que não têm tanto conhecimento. Então é um desafio que ambos fazem e que foi uma jornada de aprendizado e agora a gente espera conseguir ajudar outros a vencer a jornada com um pouco menos de dificuldade, né?
Com certeza. E quando falar de inovação eu também adoro, então vai ser um episódio bem interessante. Então, sem mais delongas, let's switch to English and say welcome to Ron. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Yes. Have you ever been in Brazil before?
Only once for 3 days in Rio to go to see beach and sun. But it was a rain in the same day, so...
Oh, no, bad luck. Bad luck.
Yeah, but it was umbrella and flip-flops, so it was really funny.
The weather is good. No, it's warm, man.
It's warm.
Yeah,
Now
it's warm, but...
we are entering the summer, so
Yeah.
it's a really good weather for these days.
Exactly. And tell us a little more about you, where I was born, what your role in Tuvis. Tell me about you.
Yeah, so my name is Ron. I'm the CTO of Tuvis. I born in Israel. I moved to United States. I have 2 kids.
2 kids?
Yeah.
How old are they?
4 and 6.
4 and 6.
Yeah, they've started learning English now, so it's tougher. It's not so easy.
And for sure, in a short period of time, it's going to be way better than yours.
I'm waiting to this time that say that what you said is incorrect in English. What? No, you don't say it like that. So I started 60 years ago as a QA, a very long time ago, with a small Israeli startup that called Ursus, and we acquired by Nice System. This was my first time that I was in a global company with many tools and softwares. And after, if I jump to the future, then sell all this department to other, but this is a different story.
And it was in 1990?
No, 2009. Yeah, August.
He's not so old than us.
Yeah, look like my gray hairs here. 2009.
Yeah. Then I moved more to startups in Israel. Very small startup, like 2 people, and more bigger than that, and like Elementor. That is, I don't know if in Brazil is so popular, but is like it's Wix.
Yes.
WordPress.
WordPress, yeah, sure.
So the combination of both of them build the best solution like Wix on top of WordPress. So it's like the biggest one, the biggest plugin on top of WordPress that exists in the market today.
Wow.
Yeah, them sell a lot of money. Them have like more. When I left them, we have more than 9 million active websites. Yeah.
For sure, way more secure than WordPress.
WordPress was a really nightmare for us, for cybersecurity professionals.
But it's really funny that WordPress is have a lot of security issue.
Yeah.
A lot of security issue, but it's because they have them control the internet. The percentage of the internet of that still use
so
WordPress.
More flexibility. So it's impossible to don't have a lot of vulnerability when you are too open like WordPress solutions.
Yeah, and even if you find like a small something in the WordPress, you have like millions of WordPress. Yeah. Like in Elementor, it was fine that we said that when it was in Israel, like all the biggest companies still build the marketing website on top of WordPress, and is like WordPress exists like 20 years or 30 years, like it's crazy. It still control the internet.
Yeah. So
and it's PHP.
Yeah. Like, yeah. Your formation are in IT.
Yeah. And from Elementor, before Elementor, I was 5 years in a startup that called Testim.io. It is acquired by American startup. I was like, it's like a startup. So we start with 5 people, we finish with 40. And so I was like the developer and VP R&D and chief architect and all the
The whole life
the whole
live in IT.
support, everything is
Basically.
that is needed. And then I moved to Tuvis as the CTO. I was like, I also start to help to the CEO as the technical guy behind the scenes to solve the issues behind the scenes before that was even one customer or even think about any customers. And then when the round with Orange Davis was, I jumped and joined as the official CTO of the company. In 4 is like, again, is like we jump from 40, 50, 60 people to is jump down, up. The team is changed all the time. But what I can tell that the CISO that was also of Elementor that I bring to Tuvis is something that was from the day one, because we want to build like a SOC 2 from day one, ISO, because we know that we target all the big enterprise in Brazil, and that is very, very, very important for them, and is make us life, I believe, easier in the future with any new deal that come to the table.
Nice.
You are dealing with sensitive information all the time, in critical information. So
Yeah.
taking security serious, it's part of the business, right?
Yeah, and also I believe that part of that, all my journey was a lot of the automation and DevOps and all the stuff. So I believe that everything need to be like automatic in the world of IT. We cannot do that. Like, don't know, 2 people that open SSH to the server and don't know, run any script and deploy to production or change something in production is doesn't work, not scaling, and not security is not. Oh, sorry, and nothing is not working in the real life. It's like,
Yeah. But before I start talking about Tuvis, tell us more about your education process and how you became a CTO, because it's an interesting journey, no?
yeah. So I tell you the truth, I never learned something official. Everything I learned from myself.
No way.
Yeah. So I
Self-education system.
yeah, everything was self. Like I said, I really like the system, all the infrastructure, all the architect, and I really like this. When I was like a QA and when I jumped to CTO and all the stuff that I do in the middle, I really like to check to see the full picture and not like the feature that is that you need to develop and deploy to production. So I think that this is the best combination, like architect as a CTO, and a combination of VP R&D, like the day-to-day job that you need to do, like as a CTO of startup. I believe that CTO of Meta is a differently.
Yeah.
Is it a different?
It's a different role.
Yeah, different role. Also, I can say that in Marketo and also in Neste, this is the 2 big companies that I work with. Like CTO is different. The Marketo CTO was one of the founders that stay over there. Was like the one that no one really touched.
In the beginning, he do
Yeah.
all the things.
Yeah, but
when
at
you grow
this
up,
time-
you have to change it. So
Yeah, it's like them go to IPO with $2 billion. So it's like you cannot.
Huge.
Yeah, it's huge and nice. Also, like you have like a very big company. You have like 3 main pillars. So you have like many business. So we cannot really, the CTO cannot be really on the day to day. So it's move more to architect of connection between solution and to what is the acquisition that is want to be done by NICE to improve the existing, or in NICE, like example, it start with hardware. The first solution of NICE was really hardware and built on the on the same
physical. Yeah.
physical, the turnkey that you need to go to infrastructure and connect to the internet and do everything.
Cables and power cables.
And like the old stuff, and move a little bit to SaaS, and before that we moved to sell only the software, and the hardware come from Dell, like example. So the stop to build the hardware itself, that is a different solution and different knowledge base that you need to build inside your company. So
Yes. And Glauco, have you ever thought about become a CTO in your career?
No, I received an opportunity talking about that, but I do not feel so comfortable. My choice was going to the CISO and stay on that journey. But it's a movement that I see a lot in US and here even in Brazil. Then CISOs becoming CTO, because most of the time the CISO are looking for all the technology stack, all the things that the technology guy and the CTO are doing. So it's not so far from a good CISO, a guy who has the technical background to become a CTO. In my opinion, for sure. You have to separate
Exceptions,
the guys
yes,
and guys who do not have it. You cannot get that guy who came from audits or came from governance and put it as a CTO. But in my example, I came from infrastructure. I stayed my decade being a sysadmin, being an architecture. So it's more closer to my background to become a CTO. But in the end, I choose to stay in the CISO area and being annoying the CTO with the cybersecurity stuff.
Yeah, I believe it's also like what we said before, that is really depend on the size of the company, right? Because like a small startup of 2 people, the CTO is like everything. And when you grow up a little bit and you have more users and more employees, everything is changed. The role is changed.
When the CTO became like a really executive. So okay, but in the other way that Roma are talking about the CTO who are putting the hands on stuffs. No, must be a guy who came from development, or came from that world to become the CTO on that size of company. And biggest one, it's easier. Like if you be an executive, I know CTOs that they are really good guys here in Brazil that even work with IT. First, they are really good managers and executives, then became a CTO because they understand the business. And CTO in big companies, it's more being like a business guy than a technical guy. So
is the guy that connects between of them, I believe, most of the time. Like they see all the options that exist in the business side and connect it to the IT team that is exist in the company, but not write the code and not deploy code to production.
But in a tech company like Tuvis, doesn't fit. Must be a technical guy for sure. And you not miss the time that you are working for real and not being a CTO, because as a CISO, I feel the time a lot of time when I was CISO. How I miss staying there, sitting, managing firewalls and rules, and do not having this kind of conversation with the board. So you're gonna miss that.
Yeah, so today I think that if I split my day, it's like you have the day job, like we work with the team, is more like VP R&D, like so, let's say that like that. There is the stuff that is related to C-level, is more like the board and stuff that you mentioned. And there is stuff that is more related to what is the next steps. Can be split to several areas. Like it can be like the technical area, like I see the big picture, what we want to go to, what is the next step, and what we need to scale up, or what we need to spend more time, or what is the tech debt that, like every company in the tech area, like you have like tech debt that is growing up all the time. So sometimes you need to stop and say that we need to do it now. If not, the next customer it will be broken. So it's really depend, and I'm all the time start to jungle between the three and decide what is more important and what is not. If call with customer or call with developer from my team, so it's like
Yes. And let me ask a question. Tuvis is already secure, complies, and privacy by design. But we saw a lot of startups here, not just here in Brazil, but around the world, that they struggle to balance the security approach or compliance approach since the beginning, because they need to speed up. They need to accelerate the go-to-market, start generating revenue. Do you have some advice to think about? Maybe it's a better process, governance? No, it's just about technology. How you balance technology?
So I think from day one, we decided that is something that security is something that we put on the table, because first of all, we decided if we go to big companies, big enterprise companies, this is one of the things that is must be. So it's like the part of our marketing. Like we cannot say that, no, it's okay, let's talk about that after you implement it. After the POC, let's implement everything that you want is not going to work. And also in the real life, we saw that is showed us the process, the business, the time that from the POC to sign on the contract is like really impact. And what we really did is, like, as I said before, we bring CISO from the day one. We have like all the policies, etc., like SOC 2 and ISO, that is not only IT part, but also HR, etc., but is also very important for the IT. We have like pen testing yearly from external, from Deloitte. We have all our code changes is CI/CD, so it means that nothing is entered to the code base without sneak that we are running on top of the code. We have also several lint systems that we are running on top of the code. So everything is monitored. We have GitHub action, GitHub dependent bot, and we have a lot of tools that inside AWS that is for the runtime. So we know that everything is monitored, and I feel comfortable. One of the things that I, as a CTO, because I have a lot of acts, is that I don't want to wake up in the night.
Yeah, I talk a lot of time with the CTO of the company. Hey, your phone will ring before mine, so
Be careful.
Be careful with what you are doing.
Yeah, so I don't want to wake up in the night. Someone said, we have data leakage because of you. This is
The worst nightmare ever.
Yeah, so this is something that we put on the table all the time. Every code review, every change, everything is like in the mindset of security, and we have like everything is around that. And also one of the things that is more or less connected, that is all the data that we have now that is come from WhatsApp through Tuvis is not saving in Tuvis. It's saving the customer side in the customer database.
Nice,
the customer,
good approach.
Yeah, so
You are
this
just
is
in the middle, like a gateway. Yeah.
yeah. So one of the things is is like help us to say that the data, the more private data that you have is not in our side. We have like the users, we have like the metadata, the simple stuff, but the real data is in your side. You need to be aware of what we are doing. We can help you. We are build the best authentication and etc. and limitation and IP
All the best practices.
best practices and everything that we have. We have all the internal policy that we cannot even go to this data, but what is in your side. You need to first to decide if you go to, like example, 7 S3 the data, you need to go and your permission need to be strict. We can help you what is the best practice, but it's up to you. Up to you. Exactly.
And you have an opportunity to respond to an incident from a customer and have to prove it that it's with them the problem, or because as a service provider, all the time the problem will be with you, not the customer in the end. So
in the end, I can tell you it's any bug, not only security.
Not the security. Yeah.
Any bug that is like the login not working is like too busy.
The user is not in your database, but it's my problem. Okay.
Yeah. Do you have Tuvis installed? No, but it's your problem. We never have any real security issue. Sometimes we have also data loss prevention on top of our WhatsApp. So sometimes customers say that, you don't catch that, like any data loss prevention, I believe, in the market today. I don't like it, but this is the world. But data leakage, in Israel, you do like knocking knocking the door on wood. Is not happened. But again, it's part of the SOC 2. This is something that is monitored by the SOC 2 team of the lawyer that we have. Like our CISO also everything is around that.
Great. And if you was your next journey, will be hired to be CTO in a new company, a biggest one.
Yeah.
What is our main concerns in terms of security when you're sitting the chair for the first time in that company that was there for a long?
Yeah, so if I come back like example to Elementor, okay, that is started the work with very close as an architect, very close to the CTO, that is one of the founders, that is like the security over there is like a nightmare, right? Because like you said, that always is your fault, but in Elementor, like example, you have WordPress. This is the whole of security issue, and not even only that. You have like on top of Elementor, you have another plugins. So you have like also that, and this one make a lot of bad reputation because it's not Elementor, but it's said Elementor for forms. No one really knows that it's not really Elementor, right? This is the marketing.
It's the biggest one.
Yeah, this is the biggest one. So everybody said, you have like. So we spend a lot of time in Elementor, like example, to work very hard on this area to the API and the surface that you expose on top of your application, inside your application, it will be very limited. So the security issue will, no one can say that it never happened, right? But it's like you want to limit as is possible that the API that you expose and the tools that you build on top of that, it will be very limited, very strict as part of it as you can, because again, it's like all the time, like you said in the start, that it's like that you want to release, you want to be fast, you want to release every time. You have the community, and the other end you have the security, so that's You cannot broken every time. You cannot every Monday you have like a new security issue, right? So it's like the balance between of them. And again, like the process, I think that every big change or every change there is a review, there is a tools on top that to be sure that everything is strict and cannot be entered to the production without a review of security if it's needed, because again, if you change the button from pink to blue, it's not security, right? It's not really right. But if it's something that is changed the infrastructure of the APIs or expose something differently, it need to be aware but the CISO need to be part of that.
Great.
And when the sales team take advantage of your knowledge and your role to help on the sales process, and you need to have a strategic business conversation, what's your advice, having a technical background, how you communicate, you interact, you connect with the business side of the house?
Yeah, so as I said, I start with the IT area, but I believe that code is very important, but the most important in startup area is like is the business. Because if the startup is going to sell 100 million, is that code can be beautiful, but is not
selling. Yeah.
So it's not
Can be a real nightmare on the code on the code side, but is selling good. Okay.
Yeah, I have too many examples of Israeli startup that is spend years of write code that is no one really use, so it's like not really interesting. So in this part, I believe that is need to be all the developer teams, not only the CTO, need to be very close to the customer and very close to the business. It means that if we split the roadmap or the part that we want to build, like it need to be one of them is like the customer. It's like what the customer needs.
First, always.
Yeah. What is the impact? What we can improve? It can be split to improve. It can be a feature request. It can be also help to sales, right? We know that if we going to develop something, we like it or not, can close a deal. Is something that we need to do it now if we like it or not. So it's very important from the day one. We have very close communication between the Israeli team, the developer team, and the Brazilian team with the all sales, customer success, etc. So the team need to be very close to what happened in the real life, not in the code. And
they must understand the business, what the company are selling, what the products, because
what is the problem?
Yeah, because I have conversation with my development team on my company and say, hey, you do not understand what you are trying to sell.
Yeah.
It's not the develop side, it's not the coding. You must understand what you are delivering to the customer. And it's hard to have this conversation, this kind of conversation. Is just in Brazil or in Israel?
No, I believe it's more in around the world. Because again, if you have a big team, like it's very, depends that you have like someone that is open feature requests or put something on the roadmap, and until they come to the real developer that is developer, you have like a long cycle. So it's like disconnect between the what happened in the real life and the developer. So in startup, this is the good and the bad, that you can move fast, you can see the real life, you can jump now to call with the customer or potential customers, see what is really happened. You can say, show in my eye, I want to see let's talk about it. Not like, okay, open the ticket to product, let's talk about it, maybe enter to the next sprint. So it can be very, very close. I believe that everybody need to be on call with customers, not only the product, also the developer team, the IT team, that is to understand what is going on in the real life.
And they have to feel the
pain.
The heat, the pain, yeah.
Exactly. I'm a board member of and partner of Go Change that have a lot of technologies. And the founder, Leandro, he sent a book that I need to read that's Fall in Love with the Problem. I forgot the name of the author, but I need to read it. And he told me that it's amazing. Everybody needs to have those lenses to make sure that you are fixing.
What I can say that in the other end, you need to spend time on develop the roadmap, right? Because one of the issues that can come from only features that come from customer, that is, you see only very specific silo. You see only
narrow view. No?
Narrow view, yeah. This
have
customer
to see the whole picture.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe took you to this direction, but if you move a little bit right or left, is different and is not solve the issue for 99%, and only for this 1% is going to. So I believe that is combination of both of them, to understand and learn and hear and what is the issue. But sometimes you can say that, okay, let's wait. I want to hear from more. I want to talk with two more potential customer to hear if this is the same pain. Maybe the pain, but is a little bit different. So we want to do the feature, but let's change it a little bit so it will be matched to all our potential customer, not only for him, because this is what he saw in his specific issue or specific problem or specific team structure, etc.
Yeah. And why you decide to join Tuvis, and what kind of problem Tuvis is trying to solve?
Yeah, so in Tuvis, we solved the issue, that the problem that is around the instance messages. So we start, if I go back 4 years ago, we start with WhatsApp. That is, you have like WhatsApp Web, you connect to WhatsApp Web. On top of that, we connect you to Salesforce, the biggest CRM in the world. Also
It start for making secure and protect the data for Salesforce, the people that sell it.
not even was for security, it was for productivity.
Productivity.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you have like browser, download inside your Chrome the extension of Tuvis, open your WhatsApp Web, select someone, sees the information that you have inside your Salesforce.
But they have internal conversations, including things like for compliance, for investigations, for fraud prevention. When I start to have conversations with those here in Brazil, that was the case, and the guys who I brought to the table to discuss with us, because hey, it's not for security. You will be have more benefits than security using this kind of solution, and that's they start on that. It did not start on security.
Yeah, so we start, like I said, in productivity area, that you can go and create a task and events and leads and all the stuff that you come from CRM, and move more and more to anyone. That can be, it can be sales team, but it can be any team in the any company. And then on top of that, we saw that again, like with conversation with that was with customer or potential customer, that the data leakage on top of that is very, very big issue in the world, and no one is that data loss prevention, or the biggest one, doesn't have a real solution for that. So we build internal solution of the data loss prevention that is give you the option to, we start with something very basics, don't give you to download Word file or send Word file, but we improve more and more and more, and now we have like possibility to scan the file, scan all the file types, scan the content that is sent or download, or it via the WhatsApp channel. So we can scan it as a regular DLP. And we have also integration with other external data loss, the DLP solution, like Forcepoint, that you can use their data loss prevention engine instead of Tuvis engine.
Yeah. And another use case that I saw in another company that I'm a board member, when they are working to close a deal, they need to get the customer information, and the customer need to access a link, upload the data in a security, blah, blah, blah. But when they are pushing to the end of the quarter or the end of the month, they ask to send the data to the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
It's a PII, personal information. You cannot send it, no? You need to go to the portal.
Yeah.
So like example, this is a great example that is like in WhatsApp. Before, if someone go to WhatsApp and send don't know, any bank account or anything, it was
CPF here in
CPF,
Brazil.
everything that is not was blocked, and Tuvis you can block it. You have like incident management on top of that. You can sync it to your Splunk or your SIM system if you want this information, because one of the issue I believe everybody see it is like the insecurity. You have like too many tools, so you want to send all the information to one place. So we know we have the incident solution for us, but if like is matched to small companies, but if you're a big company, most of the time you want to sync it to your SIM system, so you can see everything in one big place. If someone sent like a CPF or something like this through the WhatsApp, you can block and see and investigate what is going on.
And for sure help the companies to be compliant with LGPD, GDPR, all those compliance. Nice. And what are you looking for the future? And new features, new technologies?
So every area like productivity, compliance, and cybersecurity, we invest more and more. So like in the cybersecurity, we put now phishing detection. So instead of just the messaging that is sent, is also message that received. Like if someone send you a link, we can scan it and block this message, so the customer, the employee of the customer cannot by mistake click on it. But one of the big things that is more and more channel, we start with WhatsApp, we have now Telegram and WeChat and Line and Signal. So because that is very funny in the world that the
And
channel is like
the channel depends of the country.
yeah, it's like very it's so like in Israel like WhatsApp is also very strong.
Europe,
but-
WhatsApp,
Europe, but we
US
moving
is still
US.
SMS.
yeah, and
They-
WhatsApp, by the way, they spend a lot of money in the US market,
But they
to
do.
try to push it, but
It's growing.
it's growing a lot because one of the main things that is group in messages is very limited in the. And WhatsApp is much better. This
Sure.
is the main thing. It's really funny that it starts from there, but it's like in the United States, all the group that with the kids and the school and that is via WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, yeah.
It's like, but it's like it's really depend. I believe that WhatsApp is going to grow a lot of WhatsApp in the United States because they push very very hard, and WhatsApp have a lot of money.
Exactly. Now, WhatsApp has some kind of specifics. No, just one example in Brazil is that audio.
All the time.
And the second one, it was the digital marketing team saying that Google it's measuring wrong for Brazil because when you click, the Google think that he's giving you a lead, but in Brazil they just go and click on WhatsApp to start the process there, and it's not a lead yet. And they are measuring wrong. Those kind of habits. No, we need to understand.
Yeah, like in Israel, like the bot is very is all the banks is using bots, but you cannot go to write to your private banking. Hello, let's do any transaction. Is automatically go to tell you, okay, let's move to phone.
we are doing this in Brazil.
I know.
Yeah. I made the first project of that in the original in 2016. No way.
It was the first digital bank.
First digital bank. It was the first open banking here in Brazil, and the first use case was with WhatsApp to see your balance and make transactions through WhatsApp in 2016.
Yeah. But so in Israel, it's very limited. It's more like support, like I cannot log into my website, and then etc.
But transaction is the first time that I heard that it's real for sure. In the end, you can design like a secure way to make this. You can use the authentication outside WhatsApp using your banking app. So you put in the MFA, and it's secure. But if you do not do in the correct way, it's a mess, and you open an opportunity to the fraudster to using this channel to make fraud.
For sure,
that's what's happening here in Brazil. We are receiving a lot of phishings and a lot of scams using banking names. Say, hey, I'm from Bank X, and you have a transaction. You need to approve it, and in the end, they are sending another fake transactions to your bank, and you are approving and using the WhatsApp to ensure that you are receiving the money. So.
In Israel, it exists a lot in SMS. All the posts that they send you, you have a package, you just need to go to that.
I passed through this like 2 months ago. I bought something from China, and then they warned me, it's in your border, you have to pay the tax. Okay, I will pay the tax. And the next morning, I receive an SMS say, hey, here's your code to pay your tax, and it's not.
It's a fake one.
It's leaking all in real time the information, and for a normal human being, how cannot
like
pay
my mother?
It's crazy. So it's a nightmare. So
and Glauco, someone told me that the CTO can predict the future.
He's the guy.
But it's ahead of us. No, you need to talk about AI.
Not only for Tuvis, for the market, the whole market,
the whole market, the technology.
You live like in markets that more modern than us, that are more upfront of Brazil market. What they are seeing is a trends and what the company are focused on, not just developing agent AI or for real.
Yeah, so in the cybersecurity, I believe that AI is like split to 3 areas. Like one of the agents, because everybody put a copilot or agent on top of any solution
to solve the lack of human beings to work. Right?
Yeah, exactly. The second one is more related to data leakage that is on top of any copilot or GPT agent, and there is one that is close around today around this specific issue. But there is more. It's not the only one. And I think the last one is like more. You have like a lot of fake that is come from AI. That is also something that try to recognize if it is AI fake or image fake or not is also something that is raised a lot in the area. I can tell in Tuvis that is when you work with big banks in any area is like very tough there, the problem with AI, because automatically what they've said, let's block, right? It's like the WhatsApp, by the way, right? Because before is what was the solution? Block.
Yeah, simple.
Simple, block everything. But when it comes from the CEO of the company, said that no, I want to use a
One exception, one more exception.
No, you block and everyone are using on the phone.
Yeah.
Including the guy who asked to block.
Exactly.
Good point.
So, yeah. And also ChatGPT, right? You can do it from your phone. It's not, you cannot really block it. Like you can go to your personal computer and open ChatGPT. It's like you can. So you need to give to your team. But you need to understand what is the issue that it comes from. What is the data leak that can arise? What is the solution that you have on top of that? What you can maybe limit to do, like only specific feature allowed for them. We saw in the real life that like many places don't want to use the public models, but it's them okay to use like a private one and expose it to us as a API, so we can use their own solution, their own model that is running on servers, so they feel comfortable to do that and not use like the ChatGPT and all the public, because you don't really know what's going on with the data, what is the next step that is, what is going to be leakage, and what I'm going to do with the information internally. So like internal models, I think, is one of the big things that is in big companies going to be very important to build their own solution, their own on top of their data. By the way, this is one of the things that's why when we save the data in S3 is give them very good data that they can use for the models, the internal models. So they can go save the data, the WhatsApp information inside the S3, and then on top of that, build the internal model and use that as internal API or internal information that can make a lot of stuff on top of it for customer success, like example, or sales and etc. And you don't have the issue of data leakage and all the solution that you need to do.
Are you worried about quantum computing?
Not too much. Yeah, no.
Why? Share a little bit about elaborate why not? Because sometimes you talk about it, he make me nervous about quantum computing.
In terms of security, I think for cybersecurity, quantum will be like the biggest nightmare of all time. Because you can imagine how hard it is to manage secrets and cryptography algorithms inside the companies.
Yeah.
And if they have to change it, it will be a nightmare for real.
System is going to break.
System is going to break.
Yeah,
it
I think
will,
available.
it will be. I make a correlation with the millennium bug that we are passing through the 2000s.
Yeah.
For the millennium we know. For quantum we do not know when. So that's what my big concern on terms of that.
Yeah, but I think in all the paradigm is going to be changed, right? It's like all the way that we today encrypt or recognize people, or all the MFA solution that have like that start with very basic and move more to the stuff that you have now that's related to your mobile phone or real devices, etc. is going to be changed.
Yeah.
I think that no one really know exactly what will be the next solution or the next the way to the quantum computer not going to break all the solution that exists today in 1 second or in very short time. That is not.
It's a long conversation about it. I read that the CEO of Google say, hey, quantum is shorter than everyone are thinking. So, again.
Yeah,
it's not around the corner,
but maybe 2 blocks. So, because IBM is starting to rent quantum computer on the internet. How long until more and more companies starting to doing this? So, and for me, the worst nightmare of all the time will be data leakage, because we have petabytes of data leakage on the black market, and quantum will be able to break all of them. So.
Yeah,
it will be really fun times for everyone. That might be concern on that.
Really? Okay.
The data leakage will be like in a really big number for big companies. Will be a mess, and you are not able to do nothing about it because the information was already on the hands of the attacker. So
that's
just pray.
I think that in this specific use case, the one of the things that also in Tuvis we decided in day one that we are not saving passwords or anything in our site.
Yeah.
So everything is moved to externals like SAMLs in the big company or Salesforce login in other company. But so all the data, as I said, is not in our side. Like if you have like a issue or you want to more strict your configuration of the login, is go to your Enter ID and configure everything like the device.
It doesn't make sense to have you internally this kind of information, right?
Yeah, it's like it's make us life much easier because if you open like the security questionnaire, the second one is how do you manage your passwords, right?
Yeah.
It's like
That's correct.
So
Including your company are using the external to do this for Tuvis, right?
So it's we don't manage passwords.
Including ours. So.
Exactly. Before we close, in our audience, it's not just board members. We have analysts, managers, and some of them, they want to go to the path to become a CTO. Do we have some suggestions from the hard skills, the soft skills, and you're approved that you can make it by yourself?
Yeah, so as we mentioned before, that it really depends on the size of the company and the position. If it's come more from the technical side, the developer side, so it's really dependent. I can say about myself that when I come from the developer side, I'm more focused about this one, right? It's like this is what the area that I more like, the architect, the day-to-day job of around the code, etc. So I believe that in this world of startups, not only in Israel, but startups area
all around the world,
is like be very, very close to the business. Not think that because you're a CTO, you need to like, I'm the technical, I'm the T in the C, or in the CTO, so I need to be only technical. You need to be very close to your board members. You need to be close to your directors around the world with sales, or biz dev, or marketing, or everything need to be part of the technical. The technical that them need to understand to sell it better, and you need to understand their side to understand that what you are working on is the real problem. Is not like build the next solution that no one really going to use.
Yeah, it's as soon as you start to learn from the other areas, you'll be a better CTO sooner, right?
Yes, and make alliances, partnerships all around the company.
Yeah, I say that every time that you have like something that you think, never mind if it's support or sales or CEO, tell me. I want to learn about it. Maybe we are not going to implement it, and it's really okay to put it on the Excel and drop it 2 years after that.
But backlog.
Yeah, but I really believe that if you put something on the Excel, sometimes 3 months after they said, oh, okay, 1 and 2 and 3 is the same issue. It's the same issue.
Put it together.
Yeah, when you put it together and you see that it's the same issue from 3 different ways, that someone said that this is my problem, but you don't really understand that the solution of 1 and 2 is the same one that can help in 3. You said, okay, it's not just very small solution that someone specific wants.
It's a combination of all.
It's a combination of all, exactly, like the data observation. So the data observation that exists today is not working well. So, okay, this is what you want to believe. This is the issue, right? This is the word. But said, okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 said, okay, why not build something that is solve the 4 of all the customer problems?
And sometimes companies start with this kind of approach. And I know a guy from Israel. He developed Tufin. I don't know if you know
Tufin,
that. Reuven. I don't know if since checkpoints. Checkpoint receive a bunch of demands from customers, including myself, to create what is Tufin.
Yeah.
And he tried to make internally, and Checkpoint is not our business.
Yep.
He left the company and started Tufin.
Yeah.
Nice. And I know a lot of other guys who are in this kind of approach.
Yeah, there is many people in Israel, like Palo Alto. This is one of the biggest today, the cybersecurity company in the world. Like them acquire a lot of Israeli startups. So many of them after that go and open and see what is the issue for the big company that work with Palo Alto, and see that Palo Alto not going to solve this issue because it's a big and take time to move, and everything is very slow, and build their own solution and after that acquired by Palo Alto. But
and start to listen to the audience. That's a really good point. I have a friend that he always told that it's not just her mom who makes smart guys.
Yeah.
So listen to the other ones.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
and that's make you more connected with people because people want to be here for everyone. And you always learning from guys who has different experience, different lifestyle. So
Exactly.
Be open
I believe
for that.
it's also in developers. So, like, it's not because I'm the CTO. I know everything. I need to solve the issue of the world. I want to hear from my team about what is the other solution. What is why? I always say that if I give solution, the first one is said that you're incorrect.
Yeah.
I want to hear what is the other options that in the world.
you are
What is-
paying for that.
Yeah, exactly.
And finger crossed that Tuvis became the new Wiz.
Yeah.
45, 47
That-
billion.
But then, yeah, like,
32 for Wiz? Yeah,
Wiz,
32 billion.
well,
It was the first round, if I'm not, the first offer, if I'm not wrong. It was
Yeah, I thought that.
45.
in the end, no.
No.
I think it was 32 in the end.
32.
The first one was 25 or
Yes.
20.
Yes, that's correct.
And then
That's
it came at
correct.
32.
Can you
Tuvis-
imagine that?
It must be the biggest one of that.
Yeah, let's move to 50 billions. Okay, Ron, thanks again for being here. And for those that want to get more information regarding Tuvis, where they can find more information.
Yeah, you can go to tuvis.com and you have like, if you want, you can contact us and we'll come back to you with more information. You have like everything that you want in the website, but if not, we can help you.
Yes, and we forgot to talk about the Tuvis being more than 50% Brazilians working for
Yeah.
Tuvis.
Yeah.
Tell us how it works.
It was, in the start, it was really tough.
Completely different cultures.
The culture, in one of the things is also the language, because it now is, all the team know English, but in the start, there is people that don't know English. It's like, it's very tough. It's like, so we need to learn. I believe it's like also Israel and United States, like you need to learn, the
Culture, the slang,
culture,
the,
body
how to
language,
talk, yeah.
everything is different, something that in Israel you are very strict is not working in other places in the world. Like
In Brazilian has a lot of small talk, so all the time.
yeah, about weather,
Yeah, all the weather,
all
about
the
the soccer.
soccer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we need to say hello to Deborah. Thanks for introducing us. She's on the other side of screen. Thanks again. Really appreciate.
Thank you.
E agora, pessoal, a gente finaliza esse episódio. Para aqueles que não entenderam tão bem o nosso inglês aqui, que ele é muito elaborado, né? Nós deixaremos os subtítulos aqui em inglês e em português também, para que seja de acesso a todos. E para vocês terem acesso a mais conteúdos como esse, se inscrevam no site do Conselho e Conselheiros. Coloca aquele sininho ativo também para você receber em primeira mão os novos conteúdos. Dá um like para ajudar a gente a chegar a mais usuários e também deixe seus comentários para a gente continuar essa conversa no mundo digital, na internet. Até o próximo episódio.